kind of give you philosophical first, and then I'll come down to like tactics. And so I'm gonna show him that video on YouTube. Is this camera?
Yeah.
So
you might just have to listen through it. With
I emailed Paul to see if he can get the slide for Hanson, and I also sent you some in Basecamp to the rules that we can use for the TEDx. There's a lot of extra stuff in there that, you know, the camera's just running.
Are we going outside for this?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one outside. So, several years ago, if you know anything about my story, you know that I used to be a songwriter, or I was trying to be a songwriter. I wasn't very good, but I was getting better, right? So I used to live in Atlanta, and I was working with some really fantastic producers, really fantastic songwriters, and learning as much as I could about how to make it in the music business. And I happened to be in the studio working with this particular artist. I don't even remember which artist it was, but we were working with another songwriter, this guy named J.Q. Smith. He's a fantastic songwriter. He co-wrote Yeah for Usher and did a lot of really other amazing records. But I was in the studio with him working with this new artist. And artists work with these people called A&Rs, and it's artists in repertoire. And their job is to find the songs for the artist. And so we were working with this artist for like 3 or 4 days, and every day the A&R would ask for a different type of sounding record. One day, let's say Monday, he came in and he wanted a slow record that sounded like, you know, let's say Mary J. Blige, Be Without You. And then the next day, he would come in and say, actually, I want a record that sounds like Usher, Yeah. And, you know, can you make us a record like that? And then the next day, he would ask for a completely different sounding record. And I was totally new to the industry. And so I'm like, JQ, like, you know, every day they're asking for a different type of sounding record. I don't know what type of record to write because they keep telling me they want different things. And he said, well, look, at the end of the day, they want a hit record. Now, what that record sounds like is up to you, but it has to be a hit. And they know it when they hear it. So what they're asking for is completely based on their context and their perspective. But they don't know a hit record until they hear the hit record. So your job as the sales guy, your job as the agent, your guy as the representative is to give them the hit record. Now I want to give you some context for this because sometimes, and I've seen a lot of people do this when you're selling stuff, you're trying to sell what you believe the solution is before you actually gave them what they asked for. And this is a quick way to lose a sale, is when you go in and Mr. John Smith says, hey, I want a website that looks a little bit like Amazon. And you say, you know, Mr. John Smith, I think that's fantastic, but actually I think it would be better for you if you did a website that looked like eBay. And he may be all into what you got to say, but at the end of the day, you'll find yourself more often than not making that sale because he has a vision in mind that he wants to get made it real. And so you can make the mistake too early of giving suggestions and giving a new direction when they are already sold on what they want. They just want somebody who can produce it. So your job then is to sell them what they ask for. I'm going to sell you that Amazon looking website, but after I produce that for you, then I'm going to educate you on why this new approach may be better for your business. And it's not just going to be something that I think, but it will be something that I can show you from data and analytics. I can show you by the numbers. I can show you by the click-through rates. I can show you by how many people are sharing your stuff that a new approach may be a better approach. They want what they thought they wanted, but sometimes it's up to you to know what a better solution for is to get them to the outcome that they actually are trying to get to. Make the sale first though. Always make the sale first.